Hi, this is Zach Meir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zach's Traders Cafe for Friday, the 18th of July. Starting off with the S&P, which has flicked to the upside quite nicely after the little dip we had during the week. Bit of a rug pull there, sort of just taking out the stop losses, etc., towards 6,200. But above 6,200, we are looking for the top of that broadening triangle there from spring of last year up towards in fact, May last year, looking forward to target as high as 63.80, perhaps as soon as the end of this month. Otherwise, obviously, early August. But really, this market looking very strong indeed in terms of this second consolidation that we've had above old March resistance there around the 6,000 level. Moving on to the Nasdaq, which is very close to our prescribed target there. It was around the 23,000 level, now up to 23,300, because obviously that triangle resistance line keeps on rising. And we're looking for that while we're above recent support, 22,600. Hopefully that will stay in place. Worst case at the moment, 22,200, the old February resistance, or if there is a tariff-induced rug pull. Moving along to the stocks, and starting off with the one which is featured here a few times now. You can see we've got our resistance, our target lines there in place. Top of the rising trend channel base, $3.20. Above that, looking for a fresh leg to the upside as high as $5.40. Obviously, pre-market we're a little bit below that, but we do get an end of day close above $3.20. Then $5 plus could be on its way. Stock which has been looking or is looking rather strong at the moment is Beam Global, and here you can see why. It looks like we've come off the bottom there, broken all the resistance, recent resistance through the $2.30 area. Above that, looking for the top of that rising trend channel base, $3.30 by the end of this month or even sooner. You've got an RSI 50 rebound in there as well, which helps the cause. Next on the list is Bionexus, and here a bit of a rocky ride, but the initial target area was around $5.40. Above that, we're looking for the shares to fill the gap up to $8.80 over the course of the rest of July. Only back below the latest gap there, and the $4.30 area, which was basically January, February resistance, really killing the idea of a proper move to the upside. Next on the list is coming up and is Fly E Group. Here, rising trend channel base. Obviously, it's a very extended base for this stock, but the minimum we're looking for here, probably if I adjust the lines a bit, is up to the $7.60 level. Hopefully, as soon as the end of this month, especially if we can get proper clearance of the recent resistance there around the $6 level. So above 6, looking for $7.60 on Fly E. Lucid is next, and here you can see that we've got a gap to the upside through the old resistance there around $3. The longer we stay above $3, the greater the chance of a move up to the top of the range, $3.70 over the course of the rest of July. Bit of a jump here in the recent past for Pagaya Technologies, steep rising trend channel. The shares remain within that top of the channel there around $40.60, which we're looking for perhaps even as soon as the end of this month if we can stay above yesterday's support at $25.85. Above that, yes, we could get to $40 by the end of this month. Very strong RSI pattern there, multiple support points well above the neutral 50, indeed neutral 60 area. Next on the list is Palladyne, and here another steep rising trend channel. Why don't we always just look for these type of things rather than anything else? Top of the channel there at $19 plus. We're looking for that by the end of the next month, while we're above recent broken resistance, $10.30 on an end of day close basis. The next stock is Phoenix Asia, and here another steep channel. We've already hit the top of the channel, so we're looking for a revival there, maybe up to $16 by the end of this month if we stay above recent resistance around the $9.60 level, which obviously at the moment we're not, but hopefully we'll get an end of day close back above that to give us a fresh leg to the upside. Moving on to a situation which I don't think we covered before, Safe Pro, but here See, we've got a broadening triangle, the top of the triangle there up to $5.80. We're looking for that by the end of this month while we remain above recent resistance around the $3.60 mark. So hopefully decent risk reward there, especially with the RSI rebound above neutral 50. Moving on to a stock which I wrote up yesterday, a potential M&A on this one. Here we've got a rising trend channel based on Scorpio tankers. Recent resistance up towards the upper 40s there. Looking for the top of that rising trend channel, 60 up to $63 by the end of next month, while we remain above the floor of the channel in the 50-day line, around $41, 41.20, I suppose the number there. A couple of RSI rebounds at neutral 50, so it does look as though a little bit of traction is being built up, but obviously the big prize would be if there was some kind of announcement over coming weeks. Moving along to a situation which is perhaps not in the same kind of league as the Scorpio situation, but still we've got a broadening triangle there, top of the triangle there, $18.70, looking for that by the end of this month while we remain above recent broken resistance at $11.70. The last two are next. The first one is a decent situation, which is Scilex, here rising trend channel base, top of the channel there towards the $19 level, looking for that by the end of next month while we remain above recent resistance at $7.660. Nice to see yesterday we closed above the top of the gap there, $8.05, which gap closed buy signal, normally quite reliable, and looking for $19, as I said, by the end of next month. Finishing off with Sable, and here massive key reversal with the upside through a rising 50-day line, looking for the top of the range there towards $35 by the end of this month, especially while we remain above the 50-day line, $24.83. Ideally, it'd stay a bit higher than that. We're already up at 30 actually, as you can see on the pre-market. That's it from me today. More updates over the weekend.